Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back. Welcome in, welcome one, and welcome all to yet another episode 40 of Sutton Reactions, a show here where I react to any and everything that I find interesting on the interwebs, anything and everything that you find interesting on the interwebs. All you got to do is, as usual, send it to me at Sutton Def on Twitter or Instagram, and I will react to it live here on the show. Speaking of being live, shout out to everybody who's watching this episode number 40 of the show live already. If you're in the chat, go ahead and sound off in the chat. But if you're part of the replay gang on this one, right? So if you're not watching the live replay, I mean, if you're not watching the live stream and you're watching the replay of it, please comment down below, hashtag replay gang, and let me know what you thought about this episode. But we do have a lot to get into today, guys. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and roll the intro. This is Sudden Reactions, episode 40. Welcome in.
What was it?
Yes, yes, yes. Like I said, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Sudden Reactions, episode 40. And boy, do we have a good one here, a jam-packed show here today for you guys. Shout out to, like I said before, everybody who's watching live already. Let me bring you guys up on screen here. Let me see. We got Herb in the building. What's going on, Herb? We got Stretch 52 in the house. What up? What up? Asmodeus is in here. Okay, let's see. We got our usual suspects. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Per usual, we got Ashley in here. Welcome back. Welcome in. My guy Taurus, what up? What up? Hey man, we gotta do something on these Liminal Olympics challenge today, man. Let me know what's up. Let me know what's up, Taurus. Mike, who's our Liminal Olympics champion from yesterday. Shout out to you, Mike. Thank you for coming through. Let's see if you can defend that title today. Let me see what else we got in here. We also have Chris. What's going on, Chris? Good afternoon to you, Chris, and good afternoon to you, Tila, as well. I see you in the chat. What up? What up? But yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into this episode, guys. Like I said, we have a jam-packed show. So without any further ado, let's get into some reactions. All right, all right, all right. So, like I said, we got a ton to get to today. Don't want to waste a whole bunch of time. But let's start with this, shall we? Let's start with this. So I saw something that came across my timeline yesterday. And sometimes we talk about like fast food and restaurants and stuff on here. And I remember one time we talked about McDonald's, right? And whether or not you guys like McDonald's. So there was a video, this viral video floating around about the McDonald's CEO. I can't remember what his name was. They mentioned it in this video though. And he's talking about exactly how much he eats McDonald's. And I want to know if y'all are calling bullshit on this the same way that I'm calling bullshit on this.
Question recently came in on my Instagram. How often do I eat at McDonald's? I would tell you it's a lot, probably 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes it might be a breakfast, sometimes it might be a lunch. But hey, one of the perks of the job, you get to eat at McDonald's a lot.
So,
Question recently came
let
in
it
on
run
my
again, one more time.
Instagram. How often do I eat at McDonald's? I would tell you it's a lot, probably 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes it might be a breakfast, sometimes it might be a lunch. But hey, one of the perks of the job, you get to eat at McDonald's a lot.
Yeah, I say I'm not buying that. I'm calling Cap. I am calling Kaepernick on that one. 100%. Because I mean, he's talking about he eats McDonald's 3 to 4 times a week. I don't believe that at all. Not for a second. And the reason why, number one, his skin is too clear. Number two, he's too thin, right? And number three, he has access as McDonald's CEO, right? I don't know what exactly his net worth would be. Let me actually look that up really quick. McDonald's CEO net worth. How much is this guy worth? Let me see. As of early 2026, Christopher Kimchinsky, chairman and CEO of McDonald's, has an estimated net worth of at least 22 million to over 45 million. That's actually a lot lower than what I thought it would be. Like way, way lower. Way lower. That's actually crazy. That's crazy. But even still, somebody who's making that much money, you know what I mean? Like that is makes it a tough one to believe that you're eating McDonald's again. Absolute slop that McDonald's is. I don't, and if you eat McDonald's, shout out to you. I'm not trying to discriminate against you, nothing like that. Not gonna call you out on it, but 3 to 4 times a week on McDonald's is crazy. It's nuts. As Modia says, how is that a perk? And somebody said in the comments, they said in the comments to this video, replying to it, they said that, you know, that's the perks of having no job is being able to eat McDonald's 3 to 4 times a week. Like that's which I found pretty funny. Herb says is a paid sponsorship type of vibe. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I got one more for you. I got one more for you. And Tila says if he's in the building, I don't think it's a stretch. See, even if that's the case, I don't think that he is just hitting up Big Macs and quarter pounders and large fries every other day. You know what I mean? When you have access to a higher quality of food that's going to keep you around longer. I mean, these guys who are making this amount of money, they prioritize health and wellness and whatnot more and better than the average person just because they have the means to do so. So I don't know this man personally, but what I do know about most CEOs is they're not eating McDonald's on the daily or like every other day. It's not happening. Not happening. But here's another one. Here's another one that I got for you. And in case you don't believe me, in case you don't believe me, here's another piece of evidence that shows you this guy does not eat McDonald's 3 to 4 times a week. Here's him trying McDonald's latest product.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it, here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already. It's in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this.
First of all, when you're calling a food item a product, I already have a problem with that. Because like, what are we doing? Is it edible? Like truly, like can we actually classify this as a burger? Or are you legally not allowed to call this thing a burger? I think he does later in this video, but calling it a product is crazy. Bro, it's food.
It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So
Just so we know, right? Just so we know, he's gonna eat this for his lunch, and like he's low key saying like, I normally would not eat this bullshit for lunch, right? I would normally go and get something that's, I'm gonna go out and get some steak and potatoes, or this filet mignon or this lobster or this or that, right? Something healthier than this. But he's letting you know on this day, this is an anomaly, but I will eat this for my lunch on this day. Again, if you believe that this guy eats McDonald's every other day, I might have some oceanfront property to sell you in Nebraska.
So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing, I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out.
Look at this.
All right,
You
the
don't want
moment
to
of
eat this.
truth.
Hold on. Because what kind of bite was that, bro? What kind of come on, nah. We gotta spin this back. We gotta spin this back. He talking about some moment of truth. That was like that Squidward bite when he first took a bite of the Krabby Patty for the first time.
Packet. Got so much
Look at
to
this.
it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth.
Bro, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? If you eat in McDonald's 3 to 4 times a week, that means you have to like it, obviously. And if you like your products, right, I would assume you would take a little bit bigger of a bite than what we just saw. Herb says in the chat, I bet he didn't finish it. Yeah, I bet he didn't take another bite of this thing. Like, if I had to set the over under for how many bites he took of this remaining burger after this commercial was over, under over half a bite because I don't think he took one. I don't think he took one after that. I really don't. That was a pathetic bite. Like, what are we talking about here? Uh Kenny, you're not late. Good afternoon, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Chris says I can't trust anyone with that sort of comb over. Oh my gosh. Let me see. He sounds like those old Billy Mays infomercials. Yeah, bro. Clearly just selling the product. He's the worst salesman ever. They could have got somebody else in there to do that. And he definitely spit it out to us. That's for sure.
So good. That's a
Oh, is it?
big bite for a big arch. It's distinctively
And he really
McDonald's.
called it a
Only
big bite.
McDonald's could do this type of burger.
And then saying something is distinctively McDonald's is not the flex that you think it is. It's just not. Like honestly, that sounds like a threat, to be honest with you. To me. To me. You should have been saying like, "Oh, this is something like McDonald's has never done before," because like it sounds like you're repackaging a quarter pounder or the Big Mac. Like, give me something new. Like again, worst salesman ever, ever.
But it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You know, you've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness, but those crispy onions as well gives a nice texture. And of course, we've got the pickles. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my lunch. But Big Arch, try it when you can get it. Chris K.
Nah, chat. That ain't it. That ain't it. Again, if you frequent McDonald's, salute. But they are playing in your face. This is not food. No way this is actual food. Can't convince me. Can't convince me. This whole stage setup for eating is crazy. Who sets up their fries that way if they're gonna actually eat them? Yeah, and it also looks like he's got like 6 or 7 fries in there total. What are we talking about? Kenny says, I mean, he got people talking, so he did his job very well. Hey, man. You're probably right about that. You know, they did go viral. This is like circulating around the internet, but we'll see what it leads to in terms of sales, right? Because I don't think it's like a positive viral. I think it's more of like a, oh no, you guys are actually playing in our faces now kind of viral. You know, not all, publicity is good publicity. Despite that being like the saying, right? People say that like all publicity is good publicity. Not in the modern day of social media. People get canceled, right? People get boycotted. Know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I used to like McDonald's though, back when I was a youngin. You know, I think we all did. Back when, shoot, I mean, like a meal, you can get a meal for like what, $2, $3? You remember? I used to remember. I used to get a little Happy Meal when I was a boy, right? You get the little toy with it, whatever. Then I grew up a little bit. Maybe I was like 6 or 7 years old, and then my mom started getting me the Mighty Kids meals. I don't know if y'all remember that. I'm still a little young, but they had like Happy Meals and they had Mighty Kids meals. You know, and the Mighty Kids meals were for like, your growing boys, like your preteen, whatever. Your preteen, whatever. Um, maybe not preteen, that's a little bit old for a Mighty Kids meal. But you guys get my point. You guys get my point. McDonald's used to be the move, right? I remember when they had the chicken selects, those were my shit. But nowadays, nah. Other means to get my protein. Tor says, sorry, I had a fish sandwich yesterday, but that's it, no more. I mean it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Eating chicken from McDonald's or beef from McDonald's is one thing. But seafood, bro? I have never gotten behind that cause. Never been my ministry. Eating seafood from McDonald's, tourists, we got to do better, brother. Let me know how I can help. Let me know if you need some recommendations. I got you, brother. I got you, brother. There's a better way. I promise. There's a better way. Sutton was feeling mighty. I was back in the day. What up, Glaucoma? I see you in the chat. Void, I see you in the chat. What up, y'all? Frozen processed fish. Oof. Gross. Gross. Y'all eating squid ankles. Only thing I can eat there is the breakfast sandwiches, and even that is a gamble. Now, I will say this. When it comes to McDonald's breakfast, that's probably the best thing that they got going for them. I don't eat that either, but I can definitely say that growing up, I used to love me a bacon McGriddle, right? Having, you know, oh my gosh, man, I'm just thinking back on it now. They had the syrup mixed in with the buns, right? And then you get the egg, the bacon, egg, and cheese, and the bro. Those McGriddles used to go crazy. They used to go crazy. I'm telling you, used to love them. Used to love me a McGriddle. Let me see here. Let me see here. Squid ankles are actually edible. Yeah, yeah. For not for me to find out. Not for me to find out. I think I'm all set on squid ankles. I think I'm all set. Appreciate that though. Appreciate that though, Asmodeus. Okay. But moving past this whole McDonald's thing. Moving past the whole McDonald's thing. Well, before we do, I guess Herb says McDonald's versus Chick-fil-A breakfast. Who got it better? Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. Simply because of the chicken, right? And the quality of the chicken that you get from Chick-fil-A. And I'm not talking about like 2026 Chick-fil-A because it's a little bit different nowadays, I feel like. I feel like Chick-fil-A from like 2010 to 2020, right? Something happened after COVID where Chick-fil-A started to go downhill. But still overall the quality of their chicken and how they mix that in with their breakfast, whether that be the chicken minis or the chicken biscuit, or you can even get the chicken wrap or whatever with the eggs and everything else inside of it, eggs and cheese. Yeah, they got pretty much any fast food restaurant beat. Chick-fil-A, that is, when it comes to breakfast. Any of them, they got all of them beat. Chicken minis are the truth. Those chicken minis are the truth. You're damn right about that. Tori says, y'all still come on, bro. You just said you got a fish sandwich from McDonald's yesterday. What are we talking about? What are you talking about? Tila says my fries don't even make it to the destination. Facts. Facts. Especially, I mean, that's the one thing I'll say about McDonald's. Their fries still goated. The fries are still goated for McDonald's. Terrible for you, of course, but it don't get too much better than McDonald's fries. Chick-fil-A fries are fire too, you know, but you definitely got to bust down on them while you're in the car on the way home. You know, can't let those sit in the bag and get all soggy and whatnot because of, the hot air in the bag. Now you got to eat them while they fresh. Got to, got to, got to. Void says I'm choosing Arby's before Chick-fil-A have given the options. Arby's, did you just say Arby's is peak? Fam, fam. We have the meats. That's that's what we doing. That's the catchphrase. Mm, I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one. But okay. Let's go ahead and move right along here. It's time. I think it's time for today's Lemon Olympics challenge. So this is day 2 on the week. Yesterday, I want to remind everybody we had Mike M. Flock Gang. He was the winner of yesterday's Lemon Olympics challenge. Let's go ahead and just give him a round of applause here before we get started. Yesterday's winner. It's not easy to do. I believe he only got one wrong yesterday. So it's time. It's time. Let's see if he can defend his title or if somebody else is going to take home the Lemon Olympics crown for the day. I still need to see somebody win back to back. It's happened before, but that's super impressive. If you can go back to back days winning, I don't know. I might have to come up with like an actual prize to like send to you because that's hard to do. But here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hope y'all are ready. Hope we locked in. And y'all still talking about fast food in the comments. All right, here we go. Here's the first one.
Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your job for the next.
All right. So first one, we got red door or blue door. The door you choose determines your job for the next 24 hours. Drop it in the chat. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we working, chat? Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. All right. All right. All right. So let's see here. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? I'm going to go with the how do I want to start? You know, give me the blue door to start. Yesterday, I started with the red door, and I started off 0-1. So today, I'm going to start with the blue door. I got a good feeling about the blue door. Let me see who's rocking out with me on that one. Kogan, Void. Let me see. Let me see. Stretch 52, Tauruses as well. Herb. Let me see. Let me see. Ashley says maybe blue. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going blue. Skid mark is wild, though. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I think it's going to go red door first, but we don't know nowadays. Sometimes they be switching it up. But I got blue door.
24 hours. Door 1, the endless
Okay, red door.
Millions of humming washing
endless
machines
laundromat.
arranged in endless rows, sitting in an inch of lukewarm, soapy water. Your job is to empty the lint traps of every machine that finishes a cycle. Most traps just contain gray fuzz. However, if you open a machine and find it filled with human hair and teeth, immediately lock it back up.
I don't know about that, chat.
And whatever you do not look into the window of that machine when it starts spinning again. You are paid $110,000.
Oh, nah, yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, you get a bag for it, $110,000. You get a bag for it, but I know y'all saw that entity at the end rushing towards you, bro. Nah. I think Team Blue Door is gonna get this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. But we still gotta look. We still gotta see what Blue Door has. But it's looking like an L for all y'all who picked red. I'm not gonna lie.
Door 2, the Cable Grove, an expansive, foggy forest where every tree is made of thick, pulsing black wires. The ground is soft, warm silicone that slowly breathes in and out with your footsteps. Your job is to navigate the dark woods with a glass jar, harvesting the glowing blue sap that leaks from severed wires.
Can we drink that?
The sap is perfectly safe to drink and tastes like sweet fruit. If you notice a bundle of cables slowly slithering down from the canopy to wrap around your ankles, freeze. The forest is blind and only senses vibrations. You are paid $42,000.
So that's tough too. However, the first option is way worse because they mention nothing about food or sustenance, right? All you have to do is change the lint traps on these dryers. And basically there's a monster in there with you. This, you're just in a forest where all you got to do is just collect this magic juice, which is also safe to drink, and just not let yourself get wrapped up by these cables. And if you stay still, they can't see you. It's tough, but I think this is way more survivable, y'all. So I'm going to go with the blue door winning this one. Blue got it. Like Ashley says in the chat here. Listen, if you pick the blue door, shout out to you. You're 1-0. If you pick red, you are 0-1. That was a little bit of a close one. But I think it's safe to say the blue door is the winner there. So your boy 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Chris, why your mind always got to go there? Magic juice from wood is a crazy, it's a crazy take. It is. But if it's gonna keep us alive, then shoot, let's call it what you want. Shoot, I'll take it. But 1-0 for your boy. Damn, starting off 1-0 is a rarity for me. That's how you know it might be a good day for your boy Sutton. It might just be a good day for your boy Sutton. Just saying. But let's move on here. Let's see what we got next.
Pick a door.
Okay.
The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 70.
All right. Where are we going? Red door, blue door. Next 72 hours. Is where you got to stay. if you pick the red door or the blue door. Everybody watching the replay of this episode, comment down below your answers and let us know your record. See if you can be a little bit of a replay gang champion, right? Let me see here. So I picked blue last time and blue did me right. So I'm thinking I'm going to rock with blue. I'm going to rock with blue on this one, y'all. Yeah, I'm going to rock with blue. See if I can go 2-0. If I can go 2-0, bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's my day. It might be my time to win my first ring. It might be my time. What up, Devon? Let me see. No cowboy hat today. No cowboy hat today, Tila. I got to bring it back out tomorrow. Let me see. So red. Stretch is going with blue. Okay. Void is going with blue. Kenny says blue. And the rest of y'all are against me, going red. Okay. All right. Mike says I like danger, so he's going with red. All right, Mike. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm coming for that ring today. I'm coming for that ring today. Let me see. Ashley says red. We also has King Lee says red as well. Chris M says Sutton, please stop the madness. I'm on a losing streak, but you don't win. I don't win, right? But I gotta get one eventually. Just like the law of probability says that eventually I'm gonna get me a W, right? And today might be my day, especially if I win this one. I'm going blue. Rest of y'all going red. Devon's going red. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Kogan says red. Here we go. I'm going blue.
2 hours. Door 1. The
Which I got red.
abyss.
The
You
algae
wake up sitting in a
abyss.
small wooden boat drifting through a flooded forest.
I don't
You
know,
have a
y'all.
lantern and a loaf of bread. The water beneath you is thick and still, covered in a carpet of green moss that stretches as far as you can see.
Not looking
Something is
good.
beneath the surface. Long dark hair fanning out just below the moss line. You must keep paddling. The moment you stop, the water beside your boat goes still in a way that means something
Ooh.
underneath has also stopped, directly below you, waiting. Door 2, the
Yeah,
thermal
I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. Red is looking bad. No food or nothing. They mentioned nothing about no food, no nothing. And this one says Thermal Springs Resort. Blue door.
You step
Hey,
into a
Blue door,
space
we
where
up.
the air is warm and smells like
Let's go,
mineral
Blue door.
water and cedar. Private pools cut into natural stone overflow.
Oh, yes, sir.
Steaming water that sits at the exact
Yes, sir.
temperature
2-0.
your body has
Team
always
2-0.
wanted. The kitchen is fully stocked. You can bring one person with you. The pools are yours. The silence is
Yes,
yours.
sir.
Every room
If
is
you
empty
2-0,
except
drop
for
it in the
you
chat,
and
baby.
Whoever you chose to bring, congratulations. You are completely safe. Pick a door.
Shout out to everybody who 2-0.
The door you choose will determine.
That was an easy one. That was an easy one. Your boy is 2-0 on the day. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me get some DJ horns in here, huh? Huh? When the last time your boy Sutton was 2-0? When's the last time your boy Sutton was 2-0? I don't know, man. I'm telling you. Today might be my day. Chris and Tila against me. But that's all right. That's all right. Oh and 2, tragic. Hate to see it. 1-1, hate to see it. Herb 1-1, hate to see it. Don't you wish you was 2-0? Don't you just wish you was 2-0 like your boy? You feel me? Don't you wish you was 2-0? Stretch 52 is 2-0. Hey, look, man, join the club. Join the club. It's that Mamba mentality. You already know. Y'all already know. By the way, guys, if you're watching on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel, shout out to you. But do me a favor, scroll down to the description on that video and click on the link to the Sutton Reactions YouTube channel and come watch over there, right? So we're all in one big happy chat, right? That's to everybody who's watching through the Purple Rain Podcast. Let me see. I've been watching film, though. I've been watching film. Something about to hit a wall. We're going to see. We're going to see. I think today might be my day. Let's move on, though. Let's test that theory, Tila. Let's test that theory. Tori says these are going to be my last words. Okay, we'll see. Let's see. All right. What do we got next? Here we go.
Pick a door.
All right, guys. All right.
Door
All right.
you
Red or
choose
blue?
will determine your job for the next 24.
All right. It's another job one. Your job for the next 24 hours. Are we going red door with the black puddle of sludge coming from underneath it, or are we going blue door that says trust me? Hey, blue ain't steered me wrong yet. Blue has not steered me wrong yet. However, I'm thinking red. I'm thinking red door on this one, guys. I put my money on blue back-to-back times, which means the, the roulette house, the casino, the house, right? They're gonna switch it up on me. They're gonna go red. So I'm gonna go red on this one. Give me the red door. Let me see what y'all say. Let me see what y'all say. Chris M says, keep going blue. Nah, I'm switching up this time. I'm going red. I'm going red. Let me see. Let me see. I'm going red door. Okay, so a couple of y'all pick red door. Why y'all trying to be against me, man? Obviously, I'm having a good day. I'm having a great day. Y'all want to be against me? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. If anything, y'all should be riding with my picks. Y'all should be riding with my picks today. We're going to see, though. A lot of y'all pick red. A lot of y'all pick blue. I'm going red. Let's see.
4 hours. Door 1, the Midnight Rental. An impossibly vast video store from the late 90s. Heavy rain taps peacefully against the dark storefront windows, but it is warm and dry inside. Your job is to simply rewind the return tapes sitting on the front counter. You have unlimited access to the candy racks.
Oh, just like a
and
Blockbuster.
TV behind the register to watch.
Oh, so I work at Blockbuster now. Oh, this is. Listen, man, I'm telling y'all, this might be your boy's day. I don't know if these are any entities yet, but the music would suggest that this is a very safe space. I basically work at a Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, whatever you want to call it. I got snacks, I got movies to watch, and I think all they said I have to do is rewind the movie tapes. That's it.
Watch whatever you want. It is entirely peaceful, deeply comfortable.
Entirely peaceful. Hey, listen, man.
Enjoy your shift. You are safe here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your boy 3-0. Your boy is 3-0 on the day, man. Come on. Come on now.
The Tooth
Let's see what y'all Blue Door people got.
Sequence of grand, windowless dining halls. The chandeliers are made of jagged bone, and the long tables are set with plates of rotting, black sludge. Your job is to walk the aisles and clear the empty plates from the invisible, wet-sounding guests seated in the chairs. You must never stop moving. If you accidentally drop a plate, or if you make eye contact with the empty air above a chair, the floor beneath you will instantly open into a massive,
yes, sir.
Oh,
it's over with for y'all.
Survive the shift. Good luck.
Over with for y'all. Hey, listen, man. All I know is one thing. Your boy is 3-0, and guess what? Some of y'all down below in the chat right now. I haven't looked at the chat yet. I'm sure some crazy slander coming my way. But let me talk my shit today, chat. Let me talk my shit today, because y'all know how I normally do on these games. I'm normally super humble because I have to be. Because I have to be. Normally by this time, I'm normally 1-2, sometimes 0-3. You feel me? Very rarely am I ever even 2-1 after 3 games. So for me to be 3-0, let me have my moment, man. And if you hating on my moment, guess what?
We do not care.
Nope. Let him know, Mike T. Let him know, Mike T. We here today. We came to play today. We came to play today. Your boy 3-0. All right. Your boy 3-0 on the day. I'm just saying some of y'all might want to start riding with my picks. I wouldn't be mad at you either. I would not be mad at you. But some of y'all might want to start going with my picks. Just saying. You can whatever all you want. That's cool. Ashley says something I told you I was rooting for you. Okay. I mean, I didn't see that. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate that. At least I got somebody on my side. Please don't take it back. Void 3-0. Okay. All right. Listen, Void, I'm glad you started actually participating again. Because for a while, Void just wanted to rest on his laurels of his 2 little rings he got a month ago or 2 months ago and just watch everybody else play. So I'm glad you playing again, right? I bet you feel like MJ coming out of retirement, huh? I bet that's how you feel. I bet you feel like MJ coming back to the Bulls. But shout out to you, Void, for being 3-0. Your boy is also 3-0. I would wish you the best of luck, but I don't. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win. Let's move on. Let's move on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. All right. Let me see. Is there any more? Yeah, there's one more. Okay. And then we got the bonus round. One more than the bonus round, y'all. Let's see. Here we go.
Who would you rather ride the elevator with? You can't change your choice. Choose.
Who would you rather ride the elevator with? You have the choice here. Are we going left or right? So it looks like there's a little girl, and then there's a tall figure. It looks like a man, dark and shadowy. Little girl's got the teddy bear. Where are we going, chat? Where are we going? This is where my reverse psychology funny bone starts to like get to me a little bit, because it's like, it seems like if I was in real life, right, I'd probably go with the little girl over the tall, dark, shadowy figure. But I feel like that's what they want you to think. But then again, what if it's like reverse psychology? You know what? I'm gonna go with the man. I'm gonna go with the man. Because I don't want to think too hard about it. I want to think just enough about it. I think they're trying to fool me here. I'm gonna go with the man. Let me see. Where y'all going? Left. Okay. Going red. Chris M says, give me the man. Yeah, I'm going with the right. Voice says right. Tila says right. Give me Wick. For real, that look like John Wick, low key. That's Annabelle on the left. That would be crazy. Chris M says, I don't trust little white women. Damn. I ain't following nobody. Okay. I'm making my own choices on my own volition here. All right. I make my choices before I even look at the chat. So I'm gonna go with the right one. Let's see. Why should be the little girl who's like actually ends up being safe?
Left elevator. A little girl stands in the corner, crying softly, holding an old doll. You tell yourself it's fine. She's just scared. The elevator begins to shake. The lights flicker. She stops crying. Slowly, her head lifts. Her face doesn't look right. Not blurry, just wrong. The floor indicator starts skipping numbers. The red emergency light turns on. And she takes one slow step toward you.
Oh, yeah, it's over with. Oh, those y'all who picked the left or the little girl, yeah, it's clipped for y'all. But listen, it's sounding like your boy is about to be 4-0. I'm just saying.
Ride elevator. A tall businessman stands inside. Perfect suit, perfect posture. His face is hidden in shadow. The ride is smooth, quiet.
Look like Tom
The
Brady
doors open into an endless office floor. Cubicles stretching forever. Fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. He steps forward into the light. His face is normal, just tired. Long day. The doors close. The rest of the ride is peaceful.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a W. That is a W. Hey, everybody who picked the right side. Yes, sir. That's a W. We in the green, baby. And listen, that means your boy is 4-0. Your boy is 4-0 on the day. This is a first. This is a first for your boy. I mean, listen, man, just clap it up for me. I know a couple of other y'all are 4-0 out there, but listen, y'all be doing good consistently. I do not. So let's go ahead and clap it up for me real quick. Is that cool? Is that all right? I hope that's all right with y'all, because I normally don't do this well. So I got to celebrate the wins when I can get them, because they're few and far between. Now, second order of business here. Second order of business here. Let's see who else is 4-0. So we have Void, who is boasting his 4-0 record in the chat. Shout out to you, Void. And then we also have Stretch 52, who is also 4-0 on the day. Why y'all gotta pick the day that I'm doing well to do well? Like, why can't y'all see? That's some hating shit, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Stretch and Void, come on, y'all. Yeah, come on. Y'all could have picked any other day. But on today, when I'm actually doing well, that's when y'all want to go LeBron down 3-1. You feel me? That's when y'all want to turn into prime MJ, huh? Just can't let your boy get one W, huh? That it? And we also have, let me see, Kenny is 3-1. So technically still in the running with this bonus round coming up. Ashley is 3-1 as well. And Herb is also 3-1 on the day. So if myself, Stretch, and Void were to get this bonus round wrong, and one of Ashley, Herb, or whoever else is 3-1, Kenny, if they were to get it, then that means they would win. So we got a lot of people in the running now. We got a lot of people in the running to get this W. It's about to be a photo finish, y'all. It's about to be a photo finish. Let's go ahead and get into the bonus round, though. Let's get into the bonus round. Y'all already know how the bonus round goes. If you win, it counts for 2 wins on your record. If you lose, it still only counts for 1. But you know the drill. You got to pick a number.
Hide and pray.
All right. So hide and pray, y'all. Go ahead and drop your numbers in the chat. I promise you I'm not looking at y'all answers. Okay? I'm not paying attention to y'all answers. I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all drop y'all numbers in the chat first, and I'm going to pick my number. Okay? So let's see. Drop your numbers in the chat. Liminal Olympics bonus round here. All right, let me see. Where am I going to go? Let me see. 4 is in like the worst spot. But I could see 4 since it's like right in the middle. Watch 4 like do some weird stuff where they run off to one of the rooms and then, I don't know, snitch on somebody else. I could see that happening. That happens a lot. So where do I want to go? I'm going to go with number... Damn, this is really like all the marbles. I got to pick right on this one, y'all, because I'm not trying to lose today. I'm not going to have another 4-0 day. I'm just not. So like Dan Campbell said, this is like our only chance to win. That might have been our only opportunity. I got to get this. So hold on, y'all. Let me think. I'm going to go with number, and I promise you, I'm not looking at none of y'all numbers, none of y'all answers. Give me number 3. Give me number 3, y'all. I think I'm good with that. All right, before we run it, let me see what y'all saying in here in the chat. What are y'all picking? Anybody else rocking 3 with me? Let me see. Anybody else going 3? So Stretch 52 also says 3. And you're also 4-0. So if we both get that right, we would tie. Void says 2. He's also 4-0. Okay, so where's 2? 2 might be good money as well. I don't know. But I'm going to go 3. Kogan also says 3. 4 is probably the snitch. You're probably right. All right, here we go. I'm going with number 3. This is for all the marbles, y'all. Bonus round. Let's get it. Okay. Look at 4 right in the middle. How? Oh, 4 must be under the table. Come on, don't go to 3.
Ooh.
Come on, bro. The first one? Nah, chat. Can I get a redo? Y'all? Real quick. Somebody put... If y'all let me get a little redo, just for the one time, because y'all know, come on, y'all. Like, please do this for me. Y'all know that this is probably my only opportunity. This is probably my only opportunity to get a ring. Please, can somebody let me get a redo? No? Come on, bro. I thought y'all messed with me more than that. But I don't know. Void was also 4-0, but he picked 2. It looked like the monster about to get to 2 right now. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I don't know, chat, but like, fuck. Oh, he was just about to get to 2. What? Void, you are a. Please go back to 2. Void, you are so lucky. Because now 2's going to survive. Watch. 2's going to survive now.
Hello.
No way, bro. No way, bro. Yes. Got 2 up out of there. Let's go. Okay, so 4, 5, and 7. 4, 5, and 7. 4, 5, and 7 were the winners on this one. Drop your final records in the chat down below. Your boy went 4-1 on the day. So listen, I'm proud of myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back for that one. Me, Stretch, and Void went 4-1, which means somebody who went 3-1. Let me see. Kenny, no, you picked 1. Ashley, what did Ashley pick? Because she was also 3-1. Let me see. What did Ashley pick? Did Ashley pick? She picked 7. Oh, so Ashley is 5-1. Dang, man. So Ashley's 5-1. And then there was somebody else. There was one other person. It was Herb. Oh, Herb picked 8, so he was wrong. So that means Ashley is the winner. Yes, it's still worth 2 points, Ashley. So that means you are 5-1 on the day. Me, Void, and Stretch just show up 4-1. Oh my goodness, man. W's for Team Ashley today. Shout out to you. Look, man, I can't lie to you. It was a photo finish. I came this close, literally this close to getting the dub today, but I can't hate on you, Ashley. And even if I were to be hating on you, here's what you should say.
We do not care.
Shout out to Ashley. Winner of today's Liminal Olympics Challenge, y'all. Go ahead and clap it up for her as well. Go ahead and clap it up for her. That was nice. I came so close. Like I want to be happier for you than I am, Ashley. I do. But you've gotten multiple rings, right? I think that's probably like your 3rd ring. I'm still sitting at a big fat goose egg. I feel like the Buffalo Bills, to be honest with you. I feel like the Buffalo Bills. Boy, do I love losing Super Bowls. Congrats, Ashley, though. Congrats. Shouldn't have been talking shit. Look, no, I was feeling myself. Come on, y'all. I mean, I feel like I deserved it, at least for one day. As humble as I've been playing these games with y'all. As humble as I've been. I deserve to talk my shit for one day. And damn it, I almost won. I almost made it. Man. Close but no cigar. I got real close. But close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So, damn. Chris M says you've never been humble. How? Oh my gosh. This hurts, y'all. This actually hurts. But again, shout out to Ashley. So our winners on the week so far are Mike M, Flock Gang, and we also have Ashley as our Wednesday winner. We still have 2 days left on the week, so you still do have a chance to win a ring this week, and you still do have a chance to go back to back. So we'll see if Ashley can defend her title tomorrow. We'll see. But that is going to be it for today's Liminal Olympics Challenge. So we're going to go ahead and move right along here. Let's get into, let me see, what do we have? So yesterday on the show, I had brought up, Tila says, I hope it hurts good. That's what you get. Come on, y'all. That's hate. That's hate. Yeah, I don't even deserve that. Y'all know I don't deserve that. Y'all know I don't deserve that. But anyways, yesterday I was talking on the show about Android versus Apple, right? Because I talked about how Android is coming out with that phone that can do like the privacy screen without actually having a privacy screen, like it's built into the phone. I thought that was super cool. And I talked about how like Apple, they really haven't innovated anything like over the years. But today, they just dropped a new trailer for a new product that they're releasing called the Mac Neo.
Is MacBook Neo, an amazing all-new Mac at a surprising price. To make it, we reimagined how to build a laptop from the ground up, and we used the most recycled material of any Apple product. We started with aluminum because it's light, durable, and just feels really great in your hands.
I don't know.
MacBook Neo has a stunning 13-inch liquid retina display for vivid images and sharp details.
All I really want to know is like what makes this different from a regular MacBook Pro or MacBook Air. Now we have a new level of MacBook. Like what makes this one different?
Its signature Magic Keyboard is super satisfying to use. The multi-touch trackpad lets you click, scroll,
I think they did
swipe,
say it was made out of
and
recycled
pinch
product.
anywhere on its surface. And the model with Touch ID allows you to instantly unlock your Neo, sign into apps, and pay for stuff with just a finger.
They're not really saying anything new. Is it
To make it
touchscreen
easy to
finally?
connect and to charge, we built in 2 USB-C ports and a headphone jack.
All right. Y'all doing a little bit too much trying to make this look. They're doing way too much trying to make this look like aesthetically pleasing. Like when it's just all fluff. You're not really giving me anything. You're not giving me anything. Let me fast forward a little bit. Because what are we talking about here?
It's fresh new citrus.
Oh,
We even color
colors.
coordinated its keyboard and feet. Because, you know,
Did you?
details.
Nice, I guess.
MacBook Neo is powered by A18 Pro.
Cool. Dope.
So it wakes fast and launches apps quickly. You can fly through everyday tasks, explore new hobbies, and browse through everything you love.
Really giving me it literally just looks like an iPad with a keyboard attached to it. They haven't announced that it's touchscreen or nothing like that. We're not getting a touchscreen Mac. I guess because that would make the iPad obsolete. But there's still no innovation here. There's still no innovation. I think here's the thing about Apple, y'all. What's the price? What's the price? I wonder what the price is. Did they mention that? Let me see. Let me keep watching.
Use Apple Intelligence to clean up images, express yourself, and get things done so easily. You can also run the most popular AI apps. And because Apple Silicon is so efficient, it packs up to 16 hours of battery life. At the heart of Neo is macOS, an incredibly intuitive operating system. Privacy and security are built right in. It's loaded with all the apps you need to get started. And it's easy to add the apps you already use. Best of all, Neo works like magic with your iPhone. You can start a chat on your Neo and continue on your iPhone.
See, this is what Apple just does.
Or copy from one
They're still advertising like
and paste straight to the other.
connection between devices. Like,
You can even use your iPhone
we know you can do all
without
this.
holding your iPhone. So that's MacBook Neo. Everything you'd expect of a MacBook
Wait a minute. Let me rewind just a little bit.
and paste straight to the other.
What did they just say?
You can even use your iPhone without
You can use your iPhone without holding your iPhone. So you can pull up a virtual display of your iPhone screen and like do stuff on it from your MacBook. Like why Apple? Why would I need this? Why would I need this?
holding your iPhone. So that's MacBook Neo. Everything you'd expect of a MacBook.
I mean, it looks pretty. Don't get me wrong.
At a price you wouldn't.
Okay, so they start at $600. So I guess that is the, how do you say, like the selling point of it, because most MacBooks, you buy brand new, you're going to be paying, like, especially for the latest models, you're paying at bare minimum $800 to $1,000. Trust me, I've looked. I'm still in the market for one myself, right? But for this to be $600, I guess I would want to know, like, what's the cheapest MacBook Air? Because I'm really trying to, like, figure out, chat, like, why would I want to buy this? Why would I want to buy this? I'm looking at MacBook Airs, like brand new MacBook Airs. I guess these are the latest editions, going for $1,100 on the Apple website. So I guess getting a MacBook at $600 would be appealing to some. Probably a lot of people. Hell, I mean, hey, if you just want a laptop that is Apple branded, but you don't need it to be able to do a bunch of crazy tasks, then maybe this MacBook Neo at this $599 price point. So what, like $630 after tax? If you do Apple Care and all that, you're still gonna be paying around like $800, right? But maybe that works for some people. Maybe that works for some people. What do you guys think? James C says $600 for recycled parts. But I think a lot of the products that they're making nowadays are like sourced from, recycled, parts and stuff like that. To where it says $600 is a lot of stuff on Shein, man. I don't know. It is. It is. Devon Johnson says you can get a large iPad for the same price. And that's my point. That's my point. Because if I get, and I'm actually using an iPad right now as like my second monitor, love it. Love it. Right? It's like, why would I want a MacBook Neo? Let me see what the iPad prices are. iPad. Let me just type in iPad. Yeah, I mean, you can get an iPad as low as $300. You slap a keyboard onto it, maybe you're at $400, But that is for like the lower end iPad. Let's see if you go with a comparable. Some of these iPads are expensive. Sheesh. It's actually kind of crazy. But let's go with this one. $400. That sounds pretty fair. You slap on a $100 keyboard to that, you're at $500. You save a little bit of money. I mean, I think here's the thing. Apple, they just want to offer products at every single price point imaginable. So that way they don't want to price really anybody out of their products anymore. It used to be like, oh, if you wanted the iPhone or the iPad or the MacBook, you got to pay that premium price, period, like point blank period. But now it's not that they're necessarily just decreasing the price of the iPad or the iPhone or the whatever. They're just making tons of other products underneath it. So it's like, hey, if you don't want to pay for the flagship model, like the top tier model, iPhone or iPad, you can get this lower tier, this entry level one. You're still part of the Apple family. Because that's another thing. A lot of people just want to be in the Apple family. That's a huge selling point for them. Huge selling point. That's why they're mentioning in the trailer here, in the commercial, whatever, that, hey, you can start typing a message on your MacBook and then type up the rest of it on your iPhone. You've been able to do that. But that's what Apple sells to us. Connectivity, continuity. And I'm sure a lot of people will buy this, but I don't know. It doesn't sound appealing to me. Asmodeus says in the chat, I can get a far better PC for $600 with way better internal specs. The 16-hour battery life tells me the internal RAM and processor are ass. Yeah, I think I saw the RAM was like 8 gigabytes, which I know personally is nothing. Let me see. A decent used gaming laptop can be $600. True. You're paying for literally the name, especially with some of these products. You can get a keyboard for like $30 though, can't you? You can, but I don't know how much I would trust a $30 keyboard. I think the one I bought for the iPad that I use is like it was like maybe $100, I want to say. But it's a Logitech keyboard. I've had it for maybe 3-4 years now. It still works like a champ. So, if you want like a quality one that's gonna last, then you probably got to spend anywhere between like 70 to $100. You might be able to catch it on sale for a bit cheaper, but that's how much I paid for mine. Let me see. Glaucoma says, besides an Apple Watch, all the other stuff is pointless. I do have an Apple Watch. I love my Apple Watch. Love it. Love it. Very useful. Tim Cook's not even thinking about the consumer. It feels like a lot of them aren't either. A lot of companies aren't. I think they know that we're like locked into this cycle of like having to buy their devices every 3 to 5 years. Whether that be a new iPhone, iPad, MacBook, whatever. They know that we're kind of locked into this cycle. And oh yeah, by the way, they can throttle down the performance of our older devices just to push us to buy the newer devices. They can do that. So they know that they don't have to really appeal to anybody. They kind of already got us, they got us trapped in their ecosystem. We're trapped. Asmodia says, I'm team Samsung on smartphones, but I'm a whore when it comes to laptops. You go any which way when it comes to laptops, huh? That's funny. My 12 is holding on for dear life. I'm fighting. Oh yeah, if you got 12, it's definitely holding on by a thread. They're about to stop updating it. Watch. Let me see. Void says, I spent 500 on my PS5. Why is this 600? I don't know if you have a point there. I mean, they do two totally different things. I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit apples to oranges, Void. I do. Yeah. I have a PC and don't know what to do with it. I don't need a $600 device I won't use. Exactly. An 11 Pro Max, Chris, in 2026 is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. That phone that you got is a trooper. I actually had that same phone like 2 iPhones ago. I'm surprised it's still holding on. You must really take care of your stuff. Like really take care of your stuff. Shout out to you. Okay. What do we got next? So the wheels fall off. I know that's right. What do we got next? Okay. So let's talk about so I want to play one video, then I want to go right past it to play the second video because there was this thing going around on the internet about Luke Cornett, who is a center. He plays basketball for the San Antonio Spurs. And he had a very controversial take on what the NBA was doing and the Atlanta Hawks basketball team specifically in terms of like promoting strip clubs like during their games and stuff like that. Um before So actually, yeah, let's go there first. Let me talk about that first. So again, the story was the Atlanta Hawks. They had started a partnership with Magic City, which is a strip club in Atlanta, right? And they were going to do like Magic City Mondays or something like that, where you know they basically promote the club. They sell some of their food and stuff like that. And Luke Cornett publicly said that he had an issue with that because they should not be promoting, places that perpetuate sex work and stuff like that. You shouldn't be doing that at a game, right? At a professional sporting event where there's going to be a lot of children around and stuff like that. Like, why would you want to promote that, to people who are coming to an event that's supposed to be for all ages? Now, there's no direct quote, like video of Luke Cornett saying this himself, but a lot of people reacted to it. And this one is from the Speakeasy show with Shady and Acho. You guys know those guys, however you feel about them. But they had a little spirited debate here about Luke Cornett's feelings on the Atlanta Hawks partnering up with strip club Magic City in Atlanta. Let's take a listen.
First of all, Luke, all right? It's
Not
bigger
the
than
government.
It's bigger than you. Yo, this is a cultural thing, right? When you talk about Atlanta, you talk about the Atlanta Falcons, you talk about the Atlanta Hawks. Magic City is part of their like the strip clubs and all that. It's part of their culture, and a lot of people that came through the ranks of playing in Atlanta, rappers, entertainers, they talk about it. There's people that go to Magic City, you know what? They have wings, right?
Yes.
So it's like we making this as a bad thing. He's making it a bad thing.
Go
I'm
there
not.
to have breasts
Y'all
and
making it a
thighs.
bad
Can
thing.
I play devil's advocate here?
I ain't with that. I'm
Can I
cool
play
with
devil's
that.
advocate here? If we're
Please.
talking about the culture of certain cities,
the culture.
the culture in Las Vegas is
Gambling.
Nevada is a state where legal prostitution is allowed, where brothels are actually a thing. Does that mean we should be promoting them with our professional sports league? If the Vegas Raiders were just like, yo, go down to
hold up.
Pink Pony Club Bunny Ranch or whatever, like that'd be a problem.
No,
Even
but
though it
it's
is a part of the
Pony-
culture,
no,
like
no,
it's
no,
a
no,
different.
no,
What's
no.
the problem?
No, they don't. Let's hold it real quick.
Okay, we holding up.
None of our homeboys like, yo, we going to the brothel tonight. Nobody does all that. Well, my friends don't. That's not.
I'm saying that's a part of the Las Vegas culture, though.
A Las Vegas culture thing is like gambling.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Of course.
Okay, so that's the main things.
But Atlanta's culture things are not mainly Magic City. To limit Atlanta's culture to Magic City is crazy. They have music. They have a bunch of other things that Atlanta is known for.
If you go, have you been to Atlanta Hawks game?
Yes.
Okay, you've been to Atlanta Falcons game.
Yes.
Okay, a lot of that's culture. You're gonna see a lot of people in there.
Absolutely. Cheap food. Great stadium.
Right, great food. You're gonna go to Magic City after the game. You got a lot of the artists. No. Basically, you got a lot of artists that come to the games, and a lot of the artists that they have in there that might do the halftime shows, or they might show on a jumbotron. They all speak about Magic City. It's part of their culture.
But here's my thing though. At what point though, 2-5, like we talking about a kid's game. We always say like you play a child's game. That's literally what they prefer to professional sports as. You play a child's game. When you go into Magic City, they card you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like you can't just walk into Magic City under 18, I would assume.
Yep.
So if they're going to card you to go into Magic City, should the same protections not be given for Magic City to come to you?
Yeah.
And the promotion of Magic City to come to you?
No, I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I'm with Shady on this. I think Atlanta is known for strippers, wings, movies, and music.
Right.
So,
in that order?
No, not necessarily in that order, but those are the top four. That's the four pyramids right there.
But let me ask y'all this:
There
do
has
y'all
to be-
think
there has to be a
Atlanta? Hold
separation
on.
of it, though.
Because like, does Atlanta want to be known for that? Like, if you live in
They are,
Atlanta,
yes.
we know what we known for.
Yeah,
What else do they want to be known for? I don't know what else they want to be. I know when Andre 3K got on stage and said the South got something to say. Atlanta wanted to be known for their music. Then they got popular.
Atlanta's
Tyler Perry
also
went and
the-
built his studio in Atlanta. They want to be known for movies.
So
Everybody wants to go to Atlanta for the strippers and the wings. And
Atlanta.
that's
Okay,
okay.
hold up.
First of all,
Okay. So you just heard those distinguished gentlemen, if you want to call them that, talking about their takes on Luke Cornett taking issue with the Atlanta Hawks, which, by the way, I don't know why Luke Cornett has such a strong opinion on this and disdain for this. I mean, especially considering it has nothing to do with the team that he plays for. Right? It's not even the San Antonio Spurs who are doing it, which is who he plays for. We're talking about the Atlanta Hawks. You have nothing to do with the Atlanta Hawks. So, like, why are you even speaking up on this issue? I can see if you played for the team and didn't want, the team that you work for, the franchise that you work for, advocating for that sort of thing, and you want to speak up about it, cool. But, like, if it don't apply, let it fly, big dog. And I get it. You guys all work under the umbrella of the NBA, so maybe you still do feel inclined to say something. But it really feels like a non-issue to me. I mean, because who said that they were, during these Magic City Mondays at these Atlanta Hawks games, who said that they were bringing actual real live strippers and cats setting up poles on the freaking court and watching women in basically nothing, go up and down the pole and do all these tricks and whatnot? They never said any of that. Now, if that's what they were doing, then I'd be like, hell no, this is wrong. But I think it's more so just like a, hey, enjoy some Magic City wings, because apparently their wings are really good. I've never been personally. I'm not a strip club guy, by the way. I've been to a strip club one time in my entire life, and I said to myself, never again. That may be another story for another day. But again, like I said, at these Magic City Mondays, I don't think that they're going the full, like, we're bringing the full strip club to the Atlanta Hawks arena. They're just serving some of the food. They're promoting, hey, Magic City, come out for, this day or whatever. They're just promoting it, and the adults who are there who can understand, they understand. Like the children, as long as you're not putting anything degenerative in front of their faces, like directly, then like it's fine, big dog. Like I don't understand. There's way bigger fish to fry. There's way bigger issues to deal with. You know, you talk about like objectifying women. That was Luke Cornett's biggest problem with it. Like it disrespects women and things like that. It's like, well, I would disagree with that, big dog. I would disagree with that because a lot of women who work in strip clubs or, sex work, I mean, it's an industry in itself. And men are the main ones who fund it. So it's like where there's money at, people are going to go. And they're going to work for that money. And just like any other occupation, however you may feel about it, these women have the right to fill that occupation and get their money. So is it really respecting women by like trying to say that like, hey, like your job, like basically trying to discredit their work? I've never really seen a point in that. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm not a strip club guy. I don't go to strip clubs. I don't like strip clubs because it just makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Like I don't need that to have a good time. I feel like honestly, I'm low key like being preyed upon, while I'm in the strip club, if that makes sense. If you're a guy and you feel that way, then put it down below in the chat. Like I said before, I give all the respect to those women, get your bag. It's just not for me. Like when I'm out having a good time, I'm having drinks. Like I just want to have drinks and enjoy the company of the people I'm there to have drinks with. Maybe get a couple appetizers, chat it up about life, the game, if the game is on, whatever. But I don't need like a live, like human dancing around and like trying to prey on my desires. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I'm good. I think I'm all set on that. I'm all set. I'm all set on that. Let me see. Strip club is overrated. You're paying to have blue balls. Exactly. Like why would you even want to tease yourself like that? It's always seemed like kind of counterproductive to me. And I know you have guys who go to the strip club with the idea that they're going to leave and go home with one of the girls or whatever. I tell you, them girls are in the back laughing at your ass as they put stuff in their lockers and take stuff out of their lockers and they're talking to each other and redoing their makeup and drying sweat off and whatnot. They're laughing at the dude on the floor who really thinks he's going to go home with one of these girls. Does that mean it never happens? No. No. But I think you really do look like an idiot. If like your reason for going to the strip club is to try to pick up chicks and go home with them. Let me see. Asmodia says strip club overrated. You're paying to have blue ball. Yep. Not going to no club for food. That's cool when you're 18 and 24. Ain't nobody forcing women to strip. It's food code for the champagne room. What is the champagne room? Devon says, and if you ain't throwing no money, you ain't getting no love. That's for sure. That's for sure. Paying for attention like that is wild. Is wild. I'm not going to lie to you. Strip clubs are an in-person OnlyFans if we're being real. That's a fact. That is a fact. Strip clubs are dirty. I haven't been to enough. I have not been to enough. Yeah. Again, guys, I'd much prefer just a regular bar or a regular club or a regular club scene. Because honestly, when you're in a strip club, in regular clubs, you already have these dick swinging contests between the guys who are in there. In strip clubs, it's just heightened. right? Because you have the dynamic of like these beautiful underdressed women, right, who are, basically going where the money's at. And that makes some dudes feel powerful in a way, you know. Do I have the girls over here like paying attention to me and in my face and whatnot? That makes me feel really good about myself. It's like, something to say about those guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. It low key to me, it gives low self-esteem. To me. To me. Tori said beautiful. I mean, the women look good. I mean, it depends on the strip club you go to, of course, but you go to like when I went to a strip club, I went to one in DC. The ones in DC, especially if you go to the right places, they're not going to be ugly in there. They're just not. Okay. They're not. Scantily clad women. If we want to get technical, right? Devon says scantily clad women. Chris says, Devon, that's most daily wear now. That's another thing. Like, you don't have to go to the strip club to see women dressed half naked. You really don't. Hell, go to the gym. Go to the gym, right? Uh, sorry, like it is what it is. There's plenty of other places you can go without having to spend. You could spend your little $20 a month if you want to look at women in tight clothing or whatever. If that's your bag, yeah, get yourself a gym membership. Instead of blowing thousands in the strip club. Seems a little counterproductive to me. I would never go to a strip club and order food. Me neither. Me neither. All right, let's move on here because they also talked about like black culture, because they talked about Atlanta culture in there. And it kind of made me think about like black culture because the main people that I see like upset that Luke Cornett said something about this, like actually angry, are like black people who are saying like, oh, this is part of our culture. Atlanta, strippers, movies, what do they say? Music, and something else. But okay, let me just play this video. Here's a streamer. I think his name is Black Boy Max talking about black culture.
Bro, everyone want to be from somewhere, bro. Everyone wants to be from somewhere, bro. We all want a place to belong. Imagine growing up with no culture, gang. Nigga, I grew up with no culture. I grew up with no culture, bro. I didn't know where I was from.
So, just to unpack this really quick. It doesn't all the way relate to what we just talked about. However, I think that a lot of younger black folks feel this way where you feel like you are, I guess you could say, like psychologically homeless. Because if you are black in America, you don't necessarily identify. Well, let me back up. If you're African American, right, and you live in America, born and raised, a lot of them don't necessarily identify with being African and that being like their culture, like African culture. African American culture really like it started from, I guess you could just say it started from scratch, when slaves were brought over in the transatlantic slave trade, when you bring all these Africans to America to be slaves and whatnot. And eventually slavery is abolished and outlawed. But then you have segregation. Like you have a whole like race of people who were taken from their homelands, a lot of them as babies and children, and then eventually dumped out this pipeline called slavery, where it's like, okay, a lot of you guys who were brought over here or your ancestors were brought over here from the slave trade. Now slavery doesn't exist anymore. Figure out what the hell you want to do. And over the years, I think black people in America have developed their own sort of culture, kind of subconsciously. You know what I mean? It's very, very strong as well. I mean, all the way to the point where like black culture, listen, it makes waves throughout the entire world. The entire world, right? So, but then you still have some people who don't, again, they don't know how to necessarily identify exactly what black culture is. And that's why you see a lot of people saying like, "Oh no, well, my family's actually from here." You know, even though they could be black as hell, right? But no, I'm actually a third Asian, or I'm a third, you know what I mean, like Scottish, or like my family is actually, and they claim those areas because I guess they have more cultural equity, I guess you could say. Like as a people whose culture was stolen from them, I can imagine how a lot of people who grow up as African Americans are confused about what exactly their culture is. And I think that's what you get when you have a Black Boy Max saying what he's saying here. I do. Glaucoma says, if you Black American and saying you have no culture, that's crazy. We got one of the most influential cultures on the planet. Yeah, bro, like I said, it makes waves. You see Black culture showing up everywhere in the world in one way or another. In one way or another. Chris M says here, Black culture is the standard. I would agree. I would agree. I would agree. Kenny says culture is who raised you. It might not be rich, but you as a person can build a culture with your family tree. Yeah, you can have, and I guess the what we're really talking about here, Kenny, is like the broader um concept of culture within the confines of just African American people in general. Like not necessarily just your family, because yeah, you can have your own individual family culture, and every place is different. But in terms of just like African Americans in general. And I want to say this, Black people are not a monolith. Like, right, they're not monolithic at all. Like, we're not all just the exact same. You know what I mean? Some people wouldn't believe that, but they're not all the same. But I do think that there is like a standard kind of culture that's set. And that's why when you watch some of these, like, you guys ever been on like TikTok and you see some of those content creators who like show like, memories from their childhood, and it's like you and like thousands of other people in the comments can relate to it, whether it had to be about like with like a way that your parents acted back in the day, or a movie that you watched, or a meal that you grew up eating, or music that you listened to. That's where you really get the answer of like what your culture is. And that's one of the beautiful things about social media that people don't really talk about. You can really see in real time that, hey, look, we all live the same damn life. And I think that's where you can pull answers of what exactly your culture is, you know? See what else y'all saying here. James says, I want to know why people from Africa hate African Americans. I can tell you exactly why. I can tell you exactly why. Because a lot of African Americans look down on Africans. And I think that the reason why is because as an African American, if you have been oppressed for X amount of years from, your white counterparts, psychologically, what ends up happening to the oppressed is not just them wanting to break free of being oppressed, but they want to oppress somebody else to feel like they're taking back that power. Right. So, and I'm not saying this like speaking for everybody, all Black people, like all African American people, but you have some African American people who act elitist towards Africans because that's the only group of people that they feel like they can look down upon. And the same thing happens vice versa as well. There's a lot of Africans who have a lot of resentment for African Americans. Look at them a certain way, like, oh, you guys are snooty, you don't work hard. They have these conceptions about, and a lot of times misconceptions about African Americans, but I think that that's the reason. That's the reason. The oppressed want to take that power back by oppressing somebody else. That's why you see, I mean, just to put it in other terms, like that's why you see like people who were abused as children. A lot of times they grow up and they go ahead and they abuse children themselves. So it's like one of those things, I think, James. Asmodia says, I envy Black culture to some degree. There's a camaraderie there that Asians could only dream of. There's also a lot of Black people who are trying to lift each other up. Asian culture is cold in competition. Well, but I think you have that in every culture, because in Black culture, I can definitely say that there is sometimes there is what you call a crabs in a barrel mentality, where on the surface, a lot of Black people seemingly support each other to no end, but deep down deep down inside, a lot of Black people don't want other Blacks to pass them in terms of like success and levels of access and money, things like that. And that happens in every culture. But I think that the love is a lot stronger than the hate. When it comes to the Black community, I can't really speak for other cultures, but I do think that that crabs in a barrel mentality exists in every culture to some degree. To some degree. Let me see. Asmodeus, in my opinion, low key the same. Speaking on my Black experience, LOL, don't let trauma be involved in the Black family. You want to talk about cold? Yeah, everybody's got some trauma for sure. And we do also have to normalize like bringing families together, and making family trees a lot stronger than they are. And I think that goes for all cultures, all races of people. You got to put your differences to the side, especially in a world like this, where like really all you have is your family in a lot of cases, and the people closest to you. You got to hold on to those people tight. You do. You do. Let's move on here, guys. Let's move on here, y'all. What else do we have? What else do we have? Okay. Let me go here. So, a WNBA star, Cameron Brink. She's in the thumbnail for this video. She was on a podcast and she was talking about how she can't afford, on her WNBA salary, she cannot afford to pay her personal chef. Let's take a listen.
I had a chef. That was
period.
No, that was way too. Do you want to know what she was charging me for 1 month?
How much?
$7,000.
Cameron Brink.
I know. Absurd.
Cameron Brink.
Absurd. For 2 people.
Now, I will say real quick, just off the bat, paying $7,000 a month for a private chef is absolutely insane. Insane.
And I.
For 3 meals or just how many meals?
No, not even for 3 meals. She was like shopping at Erewhon though. That was the issue. Stay away from Erewhon. Fuck that place. Actually, I love Erewhon. Sorry.
I don't know the store that she's referring to, but I would assume that that's probably like a high-end grocery store where, Cameron, she hasn't talked about her salary yet or anything like that, but like, Cameron, why would you not instruct your personal chef? Like, why didn't you go through what all is entailed in this $7,000 a month? Now, listen, I could see if you got it like that, but according to Cameron Brink, based off of her WNBA salary, she didn't. But let me keep listening.
I'm like, that's a treat for me, though.
That's
I'm
crazy.
like, I'm on. My contract is $70K. We cannot be doing
$70,000.
That is more than my salary.
Crazy.
That is more than my salary.
That's insane.
No, and we started right when I got hurt. She's a great person, by the way.
You're like, ma'am, I have a membership at Costco.
Like, I'm gonna go to Costco. I'm gonna go to In-N-Out. I'm on a weight gain program anyway, so let's just go to In-N-Out.
That's goals. I'm on a weight gain.
Let's go to In-N-Out.
Oh,
God.
anyways, no, a chef is a flex.
It wasn't though. At the end of the day,
you should find a good one. That doesn't
almost costs as much as my Kelly.
I love that for you.
Fucking crazy.
Kelly or chef protein or
health,
nutrition or
Erewhon, Airman.
Here's the thing. She could have easily instructed this personal chef of hers to hit up a Costco, hit up a Walmart, a BJ's, a Sam's Club, something like that. Because again, 7,000 a month just seems extremely steep. And I get if you are somebody who's in the private chef industry and you know that you have a high profile client, like a Cameron Brink, she's a professional athlete, competed in the Olympics, I want to say. You know, um, oh, she missed the 2024 Paris Olympics due to an injury. But you guys get my point. She's super popular. I follow her on Instagram, right? If you have a high profile client like that, yeah, you might charge a little bit of a premium because you could probably get more out of them. And here's the thing. She said that her salary with the WNBA is $70,000. And she's one of the most popular players in the league. If I had to guess right now, she's probably like a top 10 most popular player in the league. And she's damn good at basketball. So if she cannot afford the $7,000 chef, and I'm talking like, it's not a lot of money. It is, but to somebody who's a professional athlete competing at the highest level, your salary should afford you that. Now you might be asking like, well, if she can't afford it, then how is she affording it? So here's the thing about WNBA athletes. They don't make shit when it comes to their contract. And this is clear and obvious. I mean, most of them aren't pulling in six figures, which is ridiculous. But what they do make money off of are their endorsement deals. And Cameron Brink specifically, as I'm reading right here, she has brand deals with New Balance, and she was the first female basketball player ever to sign with them. So I'm sure she got a nice bag from New Balance. She also has brand deals with Netflix, Bumble, Stanley, Buick, and Chegg. Right, so she's got like 6+ brand deals that are bringing in like 95% of her profits, right? Of her earnings. So that's how she probably is still able to, afford it. And she's not talking like, oh, I no longer have my personal chef. It was just got to be way too much money and now I can't afford to eat. She's not saying that. She's just talking about just simply how expensive it is relative to how much she makes in the WNBA. So she's still doing fine financially. I mean, I don't know her pockets personally, but like based off of the brand deals that we see here, she's not just making money only from playing basketball. But the argument is, I guess the conversation is like, and it's an age-old conversation, I know. Should these WNBA players be making more money than they do? Because the revenue share, I believe that the players get in the WNBA, it's only like somewhere between like 8 to 20%, I want to say, of the total revenue that they get from the WNBA. That's how much goes towards the players. And they're still hemorrhaging, like they're still losing money on a yearly basis. So with that being said, should they be paid more? If the WNBA is already losing money every single year, probably not. But how do you fix that? Well, there needs to be a whole lot more interest in the sport. And honestly, that interest has got to come from women. It does. Now, we know not a lot of women are into sports. A lot of women who watch my shows, who I love, are very much so into sports. But I think that they would agree when I say that they are the exception. I also know other women in my life who love sports as well, but they are the exception. And the problem is these WNBA athletes simply will not make more money until there is more interest in female sports. Just what it is, just how it goes, So it's low-key more important, especially if you're a WNBA player or just in female sports in general, it's low-key more important for you to be popular than good, if that makes sense. See, somebody like Caitlin Clark kind of met that intersection where she was extremely popular, but she was also really, really good as well. Matter of fact, let me see what Cameron Brink is averaging this year or what she did last season because I know they're unrivaled right now. Cameron, let me see how well she did. Stats 2025. Okay, so she was still dealing with that torn ACL. 2025 regular season stats, game log. So she averaged 5 points a game, 4 rebounds in 2025. Kind of explains why, a lot of her money comes from endorsements. Because, 5 points a game. And I know if I ask my co-host on PRP Simply AS10, he's going to know why she's got these endorsement deals. She's a pretty girl. Looks like a model. Tall, right? She's white. You know what I mean? Blonde hair. Is good at the game. She's looks like a model though, more than anything. And if you follow her on Instagram, which I do, that's what she gives off. And it seems like that is what's making her more money than her athletic prowess, which is crazy to think. Crazy. Glaucoma says Angel Reese, fine though. That's why she's making a killing off the court. Says King Lee. That's a fact. That's a fact. Void says, in this case, I agree with what Shaq said at one point. Lower the rim and let more of these women possibly dunk when given opportunity. That will turn some heads. It would, but here's the problem with that, though. I think that I don't think it would draw in more of a male audience, only because, here's the thing. I don't want to sound misogynistic. I really don't, bro, but I think okay, so let me put it like this. Number one, this may sound like a hot take, but I think dunking the basketball, just in general, dunking the basketball is more of a masculine thing to do. Let me know if that sounds crazy. I know it does, but I think you guys get my point there. It's like more of a masculine thing. I don't think we would be looking at female athletes dunking and be like, "Oh my goodness, I love," if anything, I love seeing women break these other girls down off the dribble, get to their spot, shoot threes, all that. Dunking, I just don't see people having massive interest in it. I just don't. Number two, if you lower the rims, that means that you have to completely change the sport. Completely change the sport because now, where are little girls going to practice? If all courts across America, across the world, are standard 10 feet, and now women's is going to be 8 feet. That completely changes the game from the ground up. Completely changes the game. So I don't think you can necessarily lower the rim. And again, I don't think your return on that investment would be profitable at all. I don't. I don't think that would turn many heads. Let me see. So I'm not wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Voice says, I wouldn't mind seeing Brittany Griner put someone on a poster. It'd be, it'd be cool to watch 1 or 2 times, but I'm telling you, I'm not gonna say the backlash, but the negativity that you would see online, the hate that you would low-key see for Brittany Griner as well. They'd be calling her all sorts of names, like, oh, she's basically a man. They were already doing that to begin with. They'd be, oh, she's basically a man. Look at this woman out here, There'd be some nasty comments online. Not everybody would take kindly to it. Just saying. It's kind of like the same thing with women in combat sports. A lot of people don't like to watch women in combat sports because combat sports, just the sheer nature of it, just has this kind of masculine nature to it. So they've only ever been but so popular. Women in combat sports. Same thing would go for dunking in basketball. It's just, you know. I don't think we want to necessarily see women utilizing brute force over finesse. You know? Just saying. Chris M says the topic is melting her. She expected nothing less. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I feel like we're saying some truths here. I feel like we're saying some truths. I do think that WNBA players should get paid more, but however, we need to see a concerted effort to get more people watching the games. And we got to a point where, you know, the storylines in the WNBA were like heating up to the point where like a lot of people, a lot of casuals were tuning in. But it's kind of fallen off, you know, and maybe it's a trickle down effect from the NBA because the NBA is low key kind of falling off too. The men aren't as entertaining as they used to be, if you ask me. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Tori says female MMA is better than male MMA. Yeah, I would respectfully disagree. I would respectfully disagree. James here says, Chris, what's your take? Do you think they deserve more than 50% of the revenue from the sport? Yeah, I'd like to know. I'd like to know. Because, I mean, if they did, then the WNBA and subsequently the NBA would be taking even more of a loss than they already are. Because the league loses money every single year. How do you fix the pay in women's sports? More people got to watch. And while men are, of course, going to prioritize watching men's sports, I think when you filter it down and you take the percentage of women who actually enjoy watching sports, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Jay the Six says it's going to get even better when Juju gets drafted. Juju Watkins, that is. The 2027 WNBA draft class is stacked. Okay. We'll see. I was excited for Juju Watkins, but when she hurt herself, I was like, damn, that kind of like killed the momentum, didn't it? I hate injuries, man. I do. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave that topic there because listen, I can go longer on it but the general consensus I think here is that we got to get more exciting players in the league and we have to get more women watching the sport as well. We just do. But again, I appreciate y'all for coming through to this episode of Sutton Reactions. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Listen, guys. Listen. What I need you to do is send me videos, send me topics to @SuttonDef on Twitter or Instagram with any and everything that you want me to react to live here on the show. This has been episode number 40. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys who watched live from start to finish. I know some of you guys have been here for the entire hour and 44 minutes that we've been going. So I appreciate you if you've stuck around the entire time. If you're part of the hashtag replay gang on this episode, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well. If you are new here, my name is Sutton Def. This is Sutton Reactions, episode 40. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.